Hello students, today you'll be looking at a presentation on a thesaurus, an atlas, and an almanac. There will be slides and video demonstrations. It is important that you pay attention because there will be questions on the CRCT test in reference to using these books. Objective. Students will be able to use a thesaurus, an atlas, and an almanac to locate information. The Georgia Performance Standards for 3rd grade in relation to this activity. The Georgia Performance Standards for 4th grade in relation to this activity. The Georgia Performance Standards for 5th grade in relation to this activity. The following is a list of the information literacy skills that will be used in this presentation. Before we get started, let's look at a brief video on the reference books.
But suppose you want to know some special facts about a favorite athlete. Say Bruce Jenner, a world track and field champion. There is another part of the library where you can get sports information. It's called the reference section. This is where they keep encyclopedias, dictionaries, almanacs. Which reference book would you look in to find out about Bruce Jenner, track and field star? Let's try a general encyclopedia. We'll look in the book that has J. Here's Edward Jenner, but nothing on Bruce Jenner. Is there another way to find our subject in this encyclopedia? The index. In the back of each book or volume of this encyclopedia, there's an index. The index will list every page where Bruce Jenner is mentioned. Jenner, Bruce. The dark or bold letter shows which volume has something about him. He's in volume O, page 568. And here it is. It's the article on the Olympic Games. It has a picture of Bruce Jenner, but it doesn't tell much about him. Where else can you look? If your library has a sports encyclopedia, you can look up almost any athlete. This set has the index in a separate volume. In the index, look under the last name. The bold or dark letter tells you which volume your person or subject is in. Let's try volume 9, pages 10 through 15. And here's a whole article on Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner, gold medal.
Let's look up another athlete. Wilma Rudolph. It says they once called her the fastest woman in the world. But has her record been broken by now? Where can you find out who holds the record now? An almanac. An almanac is a book of records and statistics that comes out every year. Here you can find sports records, weather records, and many other kinds. Have you ever heard of the Guinness Book of World Records? It's useful and a lot of fun. Do you know the length of the world's longest watermelon? Have you seen a car that gets 1,298 miles per gallon? It's a world record. You can usually find some surprises in the reference section, special encyclopedias on science or explorers, or even classic cars. Look around.
A thesaurus is used to find words that mean the same or opposite as another word. These are called synonyms and antonyms. They are simple to use. Just look up your word and a thesaurus will give you the list of synonyms and antonyms for that word. A thesaurus, however, does not usually provide you with a definition. You'll need a dictionary for that. Here's an example of a teacher using a thesaurus in her class.
Now that the teacher has instructed the students in using the note-taking procedure, she begins the lecture on using a thesaurus.
The thesaurus. The thesaurus is arranged just like a dictionary. Okay. It is an ABC order and it uses guide words. What is a guide word?
It's a word on the top of the page that helps you and guides you and tells you what's under it.
Good. Let's take a look at our thesaurus and see. What are the guide words for page 20? What are the guide words for page 20?
Detest and devote.
Right. The guide words show you what all the words that are in between detest and devote that this thesaurus has. Okay, an ABC order. Okay. It also tells us about the word entry. Let's take a look at the word devil. Devil is a main entry word. How do I know it's a main entry word? Because it is, first of all, a very commonly used word.
As you have seen, the teacher encourages the students to use the verbatim split page procedure for taking notes. Students record their notes during the lecture by writing brief but verbatim notes on the left side that represents 40% of the page. After the lecture, the students organize and expand their notes on the right side of the notebook paper.
An atlas is a book of maps. Atlases are used to find specific locations such as country, state, city, or geographic formation. Many people use an atlas when they are going on vacation or traveling to another place. There's also specialized atlases such as historical and geographic. Atlases come in various formats. As you see, the one to the left is an online atlas and the one to the right is a book atlas. An almanac is a book of facts that provide brief, useful, and interesting information relating to countries of the world, sports, entertainment, etc. They are updated every year so they always contain the most current information available. These are two examples of almanacs. To the left you have the Guinness World Book of Records, and to the right you have the World Almanac Book of Facts for the year 2009. For the next few slides, I will describe a situation. You must decide what type of reference material will be the best and fastest way to find the information. Your family is planning a vacation to Florida. You are going to Universal Studios. Your father is trying to decide what interstate he needs to take. What reference material should he use to find this information? If you said atlas, you are correct. You are writing an essay on To Kill a Mockingbird. You want to find another word to use instead of saying great. What reference material would you use to find another word for great? If you said thesaurus, you are correct again. You want to find out which NFL player had the most touchdowns in 2008. Which reference material would you use? That is correct. An almanac. An almanac contains facts on specific information.